If most people assume you're straight, gay dating can be surprisingly lonely. You've done the hard work of coming out. You're comfortable with who you are. You may even be confident, attractive, and emotionally available. And yet, men aren't asking you out. Because if 99% of the world reads you as straight, most gay men simply won't take the risk. And over time, you may start to feel frustrated and discouraged and honestly, a little invisible. Yes, being straight passing comes with privilege. That part matters. And it also comes with very real dating challenges that don't get talked about enough. Today, I want to talk with you about those challenges and what you can actually do about them. Where this video came from. Okay, this topic came from a comment on one of my other videos. Someone asked if I could talk specifically about how gay men who appear straight can meet other men outside of dating apps. And he wrote something that really stuck with me. He said, essentially, I'm out, I've had relationships, I'm not ashamed of who I am, I just don't fit gay stereotypes. I like hands-on hobbies. People assume I'm straight, and unless I'm at a gay bar, I'm always the one who has to make the first move. Before you judge this topic, or this guy, I want to pause here and ask for a little compassion. Because what he's naming is real. Having to come out over and over and over again in subtle and not so subtle ways is something all gay and queer people have to deal with, just in different forms. It can be exhausting and vulnerable. And in some settings, it can genuinely be unsafe. That doesn't magically disappear just because someone is straight passing. Let's talk honestly about privilege. We do need to acknowledge hierarchy in the gay community. You don't have to look very far, just open an app to see things like no femmes, mask only, or mask for mask. Straight passing men do have social privilege. And I want you to use it responsibly. But privilege doesn't cancel out loneliness. It doesn't erase dating frustration. And it doesn't mean you automatically know how to build connection. Both things can be true at the same time. Hi, my name is Tom Brewitt. I'm a sex and relationship therapist, and I help gay men build a better relationship with themselves and with their partners. So let's talk about it. Here are 5 tips for gay dating when you're straight passing. Tip 1, setups, but the right kind of setup. Let's start with something surprisingly effective and I think very underused. Setups. Now, I want to be really clear about what I don't mean here. I don't mean that well-intentioned friend who says, I know another gay guy, you two should meet, and then it turns out that the only thing you have in common is your sexual orientation. We have all been there. What I do mean is this. If you have people in your life who genuinely know you, who understand your values, your personality, your emotional depth, they may have people in their wider circle who could actually be a good fit to date, especially if you tell them what you're looking for. Not just physically, but emotionally. Are you looking for kindness, curiosity, someone adventurous? Start with gay or queer friends, if you can, because they usually will have a better understanding of the community. And yes, you might go on some bad first dates. But let's be honest, most first dates are awkward anyway. And sometimes this is how people actually meet the right person. Think of it as community sourcing connection. It works more often than we give it credit for. Tip 2, signaling without announcing yourself. This one is big. Show people you're gay without having to announce that you're gay. Some people love rainbow flags or pins or bracelets or Apple Watches that have rainbow flags on them. You name it, pride capitalism makes it. That might not be you. The good news is queer people have been signaling to each other for generations. Long before apps, long before visibility was safe. There are many ways to do this subtly. Pink triangles, back pocket bandanas, jewelry with queer symbolism. I have a small ruby slipper tattooed on my arm, not because I need it, but because I like the history behind it. You might wear a vintage t-shirt with a queer icon, like Elvira or Audrey Hepburn, or anybody who can fly under the radar. Maybe it's a pin with a quote you love, or a book that you're reading in public that happens to announce that you are queer without announcing that you're queer. Or maybe a little fact that you mention in a conversation subtly to see if the other person picks up on the clue. This isn't about outing yourself, it's about signaling approachability. You're telling the world, I am safe, I'm available, you can talk to me. You can even ask me out. And that matters, especially if you're straight passing. So many of us have the fear that if we ask the wrong person out, they will snap on us and use the old gay panic defense from the 1960s. I can't promise it will be safe, so use your judgment. Now, a quick sidebar, speaking of dating, I have created a free set of 48 discussion cards for gay men. They are great for first dates when conversation stalls, or for couples who want deeper connection and have been together for a while. You can download them using the free link in the description below. Okay, tip 3. Put yourself in gay and queer spaces, but your version of those spaces. If you hate gay bars, you're not broken. Bars are just one kind of third space. And when I say third space, I'm referring to a space outside of your home or work. And these are places that we are losing more and more as time goes on. But if you like sports, there's probably a gay sports league. If you like fixing cars or hiking or gaming or cooking, there are very likely queer-built groups around those interests. Sometimes they're on Meetup or Discord or Facebook. Once you start building community, even a small one, then you have more options to connect with like-minded people. Community begets community. And then you can even circle back to tip 1 and ask for introductions. Volunteering is another incredible option. Organizations like Gay for Good exist in cities across the United States. They do everything from yard work to cooking for shelters. If you have practical skills, you might be in high demand. Connection grows faster when you're doing something meaningful together. Tip 4, own your masculinity without performing it. Let me be very clear here. I am not asking you to perform masculinity. I'm not asking you to be something that you're not. But if masculinity is a part of how you naturally move through the world, don't apologize for it. A lot of gay men are attracted to straight acting or traditionally masculine men. That doesn't come out of nowhere. From cigarette ads to Disney movies, we have been sold this rugged masculine ideal since we were born. As Peggy Orenstein talks about in Boys and Sex, many gay boys learn to become observers or spies into masculinity as a survival strategy. Passing kept us safe when we were growing up. So, if masculinity is genuinely a part of how you show up in the world, own it. Lean into it. The positive aspects of masculinity, that is. I'm talking about consensual erotic dynamics, not manipulation or play here. There are communities, spaces, and conversations where this is welcomed and explored openly. You are allowed to be yourself. Tip 5, own your privilege and make the first move. I mean it when I say this, and I mean it with love. If you're straight passing, you may have to make the first move more often than other guys. The person who wrote in did exactly that. He asked someone out in a setting where he could reasonably assume the other guy was gay. That's brave, and it works. Yes, rejection is possible, but rejection doesn't have to mean danger. Many of us carry old fears about violence, humiliation, or even like threatening someone's masculinity. Be smart, be aware of context, trust your instincts, but don't let fear run your dating life. There are no easy answers here. Dating when you're straight passing often asks more of you. But all dating takes vulnerability, initiation, and courage. It's like riding a bike. It will get easier with time. If you have tips of your own, drop them in the comments. We learn best from each other. And if you liked this video, check out my other video on dating tips for older gay men.